Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to White Fortress Cybersecurity. Very good evening, Luisi. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so in last lecture, we covered Zfisher tool. It was not working because I hope you all know that Cloudflare was down and half of the internet with it. So that's why it was not working, and I was using Cloudflare Net. Very good evening, Luter Games. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so today we are going to do Google Docking. Now that Zfisher tool will work, okay? So you must try it, guys, and do not use it for any unethical purposes. Whatsoever we teach here is just so that you can understand things better, okay? And you can protect yourself and organizations. It's all for ethical purposes. So here is a very important topic, Google Docking. We all know that Google is a very powerful search engine. Using that, we can perform hacking activities for our own benefits. Okay, but those activities still won't be unethical. Okay, we like for example, we are testing on a particular website and we are using Google Docs to find some crucial information, some sensitive data that has been exposed onto the internet. We can find all that using Google Docking. So let's find out what is Google Docking, what are crawlers, what are your spiders, everything in detail. So search engines such as Google are huge indexers, specifically indexers of content spread across the World Wide Web. These essentials in surfing the internet use crawlers and spiders that we will study about today to search for this content across the World Wide Web, which I will discuss in the next task. Okay, what does it mean by Google is a huge indexer? Like, for example, I type cybersecurity. Okay, here I'm typing cybersecurity in my Google, and whatsoever results I will get will be related to cybersecurity only, right? So, whatsoever I ask it for, it will give me related results. That's what Google do. But how we can use it for our own use, ma'am? You can call me Blue. Okay, okay, sure. I'll call you Blue then. I didn't know how to spell it. Blue Games then. Okay. Um, let's start it. Let's join the room. Now let's talk about crawlers. What are crawlers and how do they work? These crawlers discover content through various means, one being by pure discovery, where a URL is visited by the crawler and information regarding the content type of the website is returned to the search engine. What do these crawlers do? They go to each and every website and they look for some keywords. Like, for example, I go to my website. Okay, let's go to my website, and here you will see that all the stuff will be related to ethical hacking, cyber security only. Okay, everything is web application hacking, Python. Okay, these are some keywords that are being used here and there in my website. Okay, so what will happen, these crawlers gather those words, gather those keywords, and whenever we look for it, they will return us with those results. In fact, there are a lot of information modern crawlers or scrapers. Okay, the crawlers scrape. Okay, they are scrapers. You can call crawlers scrapers as well. They scrape as well. Okay, modern crawlers scrape what? But we will discuss how this is used later. Another method crawlers use to discover content is by following any and all URLs found from the previous crawled websites. Okay, they pick some content from the URLs, and much like a virus, in the sense that it will want to traverse, spread to everything it can. And these crawlers try to spread everywhere. Okay, they want to go here, they want to go there. What does it mean? Means, like, for example, there is homepage in my website. It will go to courses, it will go to free courses, it will go to about FAQs, it will go to blog. Wheresoever it will find information, it will go everywhere. Okay, so they will try to go as much as deep into a website and will look for the words. Okay, some kind of keywords. Let's visualize some things. The diagram below is a high level abstraction of how these web crawlers work. Once a web crawler discovers a domain such as mywebsite.com, okay, for example, it discovered a domain like this. It will index the entire content of the domain, the entire content, whatsoever is there. Okay, all the keywords, everything. Looking for keywords and other miscellaneous information. But I will discuss this miscellaneous information later. Okay, we will talk about this kind of information later. But first, let's see, like, for example, there is a website, mywebsite.com, web content. It will look for all the website contents. Dictionary of contents such as keywords and images are recorded by these crawlers. That's why they make the search results even better. And for example, that in mywebsite.com, there were some keywords like apple, banana, pear. The crawler send these keywords to the search engine. Okay, whatsoever, if it is Google, if it is Mozilla Firefox, it will send it to the search engine to be stored for the later searches. And whenever a person will look for apple, banana, pear, it will take, like, suggest this mywebsite.com for say. Then it will be saved in the search engine. Then again, crawler will look for more websites. It will discover more websites, more domains, and then ultimately reaching to some other websites. Okay, here all that is explained in the diagram above. My website.com has been scraped as having the keywords as apple, banana, and pear. These keywords are stored in a dictionary by the crawler, who then returns these to the search engines. For example, what is a search engine? That is your Google. Because of this persistence, Google now knows that the domain mywebsite.com has the keywords like all these. As only one website have been crawled, if a user was to search for apple, this will be this website will appear. Okay, the more the websites will be crawled, the more um, it will be shown into the web results. Okay, that is how your SEO works, search engine optimization. What do? We use more and more keywords that people look for, right? And this would result in the same behavior if the user was to search for banana. As index contents from the crawler reports the domain as having banana, it will appear to the user, whosoever is searching for it. Okay, and as illustrated below, a user submits a query. Okay, this was the crawler end. This is the user's end. So, for example, user searches for peers. Search engine indexes all crawled websites that has the keyword peers. Just like we looked for cybersecurity. So, all the websites that have the word cybersecurity were listed over there. Another website.com, and then website contents, and here are all the contents like apple, banana, pear. However, as we previously mentioned, crawlers attempt to traverse, termed as crawling. What they do crawling every URL and the file they can find. Okay, they just scroll every keyword, every URL, everything they can find. Say if mywebsite.com has the same keywords as this one, but also URL to the another website, the crawler will then attempt to traverse everything on that URL. Okay, it will go to jump to the another website and will retrieve its content of everything within that domain respectively. So this is illustrated in the diagram below. The crawler initially finds mywebsite.com. When it crawls through the content, okay, here you can see how it goes from one website to another website. Like for example, your crawler was crawling and found mywebsite.com. Then a website contains in here there was a URL in the website. There were some keywords. There was a website to another. There was a URL of another website in the previous one. So what will happen? It will go to that website as well and will crawl through that. And the another website first it contain the words like tomatoes, strawberries, pineapple. So it will store those keywords as well and the keywords from the previous website as well. And dictionary of content such as keywords and images is recorded by the crawler. All that information will be recorded by the crawler and again it will be sent to the search engine. The here's a, short recap you can see over here that how it was crawled. Like if apples was on these website, these were on this website. Okay, there is no much to study in this thing now. Okay, till here it was all done. Now, this is great, but imagine if a website had multiple external URLs. Okay, if they had multiple, if a single website that is being crawled have multiple external URLs, that will require a lot of crawling to take place. There's always the chance that another website might have some similar information as of the another website crawled, right? So how does the search engine decided to hierarchy of the domains that are displayed to the user? What do they do? Okay, that is what we are going to study. Like for example, search engine, here was some keywords, and all these keywords, tomato, strawberry, pineapple, these keywords were stored in website 1, 2, 3, and the another keywords were stored on website 4. A logical presumption would be that website 1 to 3 would be displayed, but that's not how real world domain work or are named. So who decide these hierarchies? Okay, well, let's see that in next thing, that is your search engine optimization. How does it work? How all these websites, like which website will come on the top? How is that decided? Okay, that we will study in search engine optimization. Now name the key term of what a crawler is used to do. This is known as a collection of resources and their locations. What a crawler is used to do? Tell me, what is the work of your crawler? Ma'am, dogs are just a second, I'm not able to read it properly. Dogs are automated using what mainly? No, we are using search engine features. Okay, we will be using search engine features only to gain information about a target website. Okay, we are getting to that point. For now, we are just understanding what are crawlers, what is crawling, scraping, how does these work, and ultimately we will reach to this part how we can use it in hacking for hacking purposes. Okay, first we need to know the basics of it. Tell me the name of a term that crawler, what is the work of it? Okay, we can also call it collecting resources and their locations. Louise Blue, tell me. Guys, do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon because now I'm not able to send you guys when I'm live. Okay, on the WhatsApp. There are many students who to whom I used to send it. Okay, they index. Okay, that's correct. Ketam, they index everything, collecting the resources and their location and send it ultimately to the search engine. And what is the name of the technique that search engine use to retrieve this information about websites? What is the name of the technique that search engines use to retrieve this information? This is very easy. And what is an example of type of content that could be gathered from a website? What is an example of type of contents that could be gathered from a website? Okay, ma'am, dogs are ultimate. Okay, guys, if you have any other question, any other doubts, crawling. Yes, you're correct. That's crawling. Okay, search engines have to crawl. Okay, what is all this? So many points and everything. I'll look into it. Okay, what is the name of the technique? They do crawling for gathering information about more and more website. And what is an example of the type of contents that could be gathered from a website? Yeah. And guys, please hit the bell icon so that you know whenever I'm live. Okay, for those, hello Sanatan, welcome back to the channel. Because now I cannot send you guys on WhatsApp whenever I'm live. So for that, you'll have to now. They do not allow broadcasting anymore. The WhatsApp do not allow broadcast messaging anymore. Okay, and for those who have just joined, now your Zfisher is working fine. Okay, yesterday it was because of the Cloudflare net wasn't working. I hope you guys are aware about it. That's why it was not working. Otherwise, it's working fine. What is an example of type of contents that could be gathered from a website? What do we call it? Keywords, right? We can gather keywords from a website. Next, let's talk about search engine optimization. Okay, so search engine optimization or SEO is prevalent and lucrative topic in modern day search engines. In fact, so much so that entire business capitalize on improving a domain's SEO ranking. Okay, all the businesses want their SEO ranking to be very, very high. At an abstract view, search engine will prioritize those domains that are easier to index. There are many factors in how optimal a domain is, resulting in something similar to a point scoring system. Okay, something like a point scoring system. Like the more what do we call it? Keywords are present in a particular website, the more it will give it points. Okay, and it will bring it up on the top. To highlight a few influences on how these points are scored, factors such as how responsive your website is to different browser types. For example, Google, Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer. This include mobile phones. Okay, how responsive your website is. Like if it could work on any platform very smoothly or not. Okay, that is also dependent on it, and how easy it is to crawl your website, like how easy it is to go onto several pages and pick up a site map. What is a site map? Like for example, there is a site and there are multiple, what do we call it, are connected, multiple pages are connected, multiple keywords are connected, there are so many things in a single site. So, like having an overview about that entire site is called crawling. And next, it depends on what kind of keywords your website has. Like, for example, in our example, if the user was to search for a query like colors, no domain will return, as search engine has not yet crawled a domain that has any keywords with colors. Okay, if there is crawler hasn't crawled for any keyword related to colors, what will happen? It will, like, it will not give any websites. Okay, for example, my website have a word color, and the what do we call it, crawlers haven't even crawled yet on my website. What will happen? It will not be shown in the search results. Okay, so keywords should be there, and especially the keywords that users actually look for. And there is a lot of complexity in how the various search engines individually point score or rank these domains. So multiple search engines might rank the websites accordingly, including vast algorithm. Naturally, the companies running these search engines, such as Google, don't share exactly how the hierarchy view of domains ultimately ends up. Okay, and these search engines do not even share how they are making these things work. Okay, it's like their own secret. As these are businesses, at the end of the day, you can pay to advertise, boost, or order of which your domain is displayed. And also, it can be boosted. Your domain can be boosted by paying to the search engines. So there are various online tools, sometimes provided by the search engine providers themselves, that will show you how optimized your domain is. Like, for example, there is this tool, Google Site Analyzer, and here you can see previously the performance was 39, accessibility, best practices, and SEO was this much. Now let's check how it is on Try Hack Me now. Try Hack Me. Uh, is there anything else that yeah, we'll need to like put the complete URL, I think. I'm gonna copy it here, I'm gonna paste it, hit enter. Okay, let's see. Core website assessment. Okay, it's still processing it. Why it looks like I haven't opened the correct one. Just a second. Google Site Analyzer. Yeah, this is this one only. Okay, here you can see now. Accessibility is very high. Best practices 69. It's increasing. Like since this was made, it has increased. The performance is down. Accessibility, best practices, and SEO has increased. Uh, Not even best practices. Okay. So according to this tool, TryHackMe has SEO rating of 85. Okay, here now it has 92 SEO rating. Okay, that was for mobile, and for desktop it's different. Okay, on desktop it's 89. That's not too bad, and it will show the justifications as how the score was calculated. Also, you can see here how this was calculated, all the points. First content for, like, let's go to here. Here it is also giving example, reduce unused CSS, like what things you can do, reduce JavaScript execution time, minimize the main thread work. It is also telling us what to improve in the website. Okay, now use the same SEO checkup tool and other online alternative to see how their results compare for the this and Google. This one. Okay, let's try this one. Use the SEO checkup tool online. I compared this one already. Let's see this one. Google.com cinematic.co.uk. It's a UK domain. Okay, it's gonna take a while. So there's nothing else to do. Yeah, it's still gonna take. Okay, it's very good. Performance, you can say, is 100. Best practices, SEO is 80 only. But the performance is very good. Accessibility, best practices, and other tips, what they can do to improvise, and everything is there. Next, now this is very important, robots.txt. Okay, guys, when I was doing what do we call it? Web enumeration. There I used GoBuster, DubBuster for directory enumeration. So if we found uh, like directories like robot.txt, okay, what will happen? This will tell us about the complete, like what do we call it? Robot.txt have some things like, if I can allow or disallow some of the pages so that crawlers cannot scrape them. Okay, if I here in the robot.txt, I disallowed. Okay, let's take a disallowed. Here you can see I disallowed something like super secret directory, or not a secret, but this is okay. I just uh, disallowed it. So what will happen? The crawlers cannot crawl it, cannot scrape it. So whenever if I look for something like super secret directory, it will not come in the search results. Okay. Whatsoever it will be about my site, it will not be visible to the people for or to the normal users who are just searching online. Okay, so similar to sitemaps are just a complete map. Like there is one site, one page. On that page, there are several keywords, stuff like that. Like how that site has got, like for example, it has got URLs, it has got multiple images. That's kind of a sitemap. The structure, how it looks like. Similar to sitemap, which we will discuss later. Here you can see it. We have the sitemap option too. Okay, next task is about sitemaps only. We will look into that. This file is the first thing indexed by the crawlers. Okay, first of all, it will look for the sitemaps only. When crawlers visit a website, why they look for sitemap? If they have the sitemap, they can crawl better. But what is it? This file must be served at the root directory specified by the web server itself. Looking at this file extension of .txt, it's fairly safe to assume that it is a text file. Okay, this robot.txt is like a text file. The text file defines the permissions the crawler has to the website. For example, what type of crawler is allowed. Example, you want only Google's crawler to index your site, and not MSN's crawler to visit your site. Moreover, robot.txt can specify what files and directories that we do not do or don't want to be indexed by the crawler. Okay, we can also list what search engine can crawl our website, and also what crawlers can crawl on our website, like what pages the crawlers can crawl on our website. We can list that in robots.txt. Here user agent, all the user agent means all the browsers are allowed. Okay, allow slash, it's all allowed. Okay, here also we have specify the crawler that index your site, the asterisk being wildcard, allowing all user agents, everyone can visit it. Allow specify the directory or file that crawlers can index. Here they can only look allowed. Here you can see only slash is allowed, means they can look for the directories with this slash home directory. Okay, that's for home directory. slash disallow, specify, we can put disallow over here, and we can specify the directories that crawlers should not index. We don't want crawlers to index. Next, sitemap, provide a reference to where the sitemap is located. Improve SEO as previously discussed. We'll come to sitemap in the next task. Okay, we'll look into sitemap too. So sitemap can also be listed over here, and we can disallow. Like if I put disallow, then column, and then this thing, then crawlers cannot look for this sitemap. They cannot crawl the sitemap. In this case, any crawler can index the site. You can see any crawlers can index the site. Asterisk is for that. The crawler is allowed to index the entire content. Okay, this was for the entire content, not just the home page. For the entire content. And the sitemap is located. It's also providing the information where sitemap is located. Say we want to hide directories or files from a crawler, then we can just simply disallow them, right? And next, in this case, any crawler can index the site, any crawler can index, asterisk is for that. Then the crawler can index every other content that isn't contained. Okay, it can look for any content that do not have super secret directory or not a secret, but this is. So it cannot look for these directories, and the site map is located over here. Robot.txt multiple times have the sitemap information as well. What if you only wanted certain crawlers to index our soup? Okay, we want only certain crawlers, not all the crawlers. So what we can do for that, user agent Googlebot means Googlebot is allowed. Here you can see allow, but user agent MSN bot here disallow slash means it is not allowed to look for it. How about preventing files from being indexed? Okay, how we can prevent them? Why, you can make manual entries for every file extension that you don't want to be indexed. You will have to provide the directory it is within. Okay, here it has like we have to provide the complete directory and the name. Like for example, here slash asterisk means all the directories that have .ini dollar in it will not be uh, or the subdirectories of dollar means subdirectories will of this kind of files will not be listed. You will have to provide the directory it is within as well as the full file name. Imagine if you had a huge sitemap, what a pain has, how it can be done. If you have a very like huge sitemap, so you can use all, and extension like we do not want anything like .ini to be discovered by the crawler, then .ini and all the subdirectories that come under .ini. Sitemap, again, this is showing where the sitemap is. So where would robot.txt be located on the domain ablog.com? Okay, where it could be located? It will be on ablog.com slash robot.txt. That's where it's gonna be. Okay, robot.txt. This is where it is listed. Okay, and where the sitemap would be located for website was to have, it will be named as sitemap.xml, right? Slash sitemap.xml. I hope these things are clear to you. Now, this is very easy. How would we allow Bing bot to index the website? How do we do that? Tell me. We have already studied that just now. Louise, Sanatan, Blue. Okay, so robot.txt, we found robot.txt, it's like finding a treasure. Okay, and if that robot.txt contains a lots of content, I'm going to tell you, we haven't started with the Google Doc yet. We are just talking about things like robot.txt, crawlers, search engine. That is very important to understand your Google docking. User agent Bing bot. Yes, you're correct. User agent Bing bot. Done. Next, how would we prevent a crawler from indexing the directory slash don't index me? How do we do that to prevent it? Okay, I'm getting a call. Just a minute. Hello. I know you missed it, but I will be able to continue it tomorrow. Currently, I'm in the class. Yeah. Tomorrow, can you take it on 10? Okay, see you then. Okay, and also if you need class on 3, I can give you that too. Okay, see you in the morning. Bye. Disallow, don't index me. Yes, Louise, you are correct. And blue sec allow. Yes, we can also put allow and then colon here on this one. Allow colon slash for the complete website. Disallow and then slash don't index me. Correct. Okay, now what is the extension of Unix Linux system configuration file that we might want to hide from the crawlers? What is the extension of Unix and Linux system? System configuration files. Okay, here's a hint for you guys. System files are usually 3 to 4 characters. What is the extension? It's very easy for those who have any idea about file system. Do you know uh, anyone who knows what is Unix Linux system configuration file that we might want to hide from the crawler? .config. Yes, that's the configuration file. Have got conf. Okay, I didn't open my Linux today due to some reasons. It's okay. Otherwise, I would have showed you. Next is the site maps. Just a second. And guys, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you guys need mentorship, you can contact us on the number given in the description below. I'll provide you with all the course details. We have got 2 months, 6 month, and 1 year diploma courses. Here's the next one, site maps. Comparable to geographical maps in real life, site maps are just that but for websites. Okay, it's like a map, a real life map, but it's for website. Okay, like for example, website.com have multiple pages like home, about us, blog page, products page, and in the product page you can see groceries, fruits. In groceries we have got fruits. In fruits we have got pears. Then in blog we have got post 1, post 2, post 3, like these kind of pages. Sitemaps are indicative resources that are helpful for crawlers as they specify the necessary routes to find the content on the domain. The below illustration is a good example of the structure of a website and how it may look. on a sitemap. Okay, this is how it will actually look. This is how actually a sitemap looks like. Um, Slash sitemap miss tags category, something like that. The blue rectangle represent the root. Okay, here you can see these blue were the root of nested content, means content inside content, like content inside content inside content. Yeah, that would be better. Okay, products for a store, and where the green color rectangle represent the actual pages. Sitemaps are XML formatted. Okay, this is XML form. These are XML formatted. We also saw this XML formatting in your Nmap, if you remember. You were correct, Blue. It was .conf only for the configuration files. I won't explain the structure of this file formatting as the room XXC created. Does of mighty. Okay, so not necessary. So why are sitemaps so favorable for search engines? Search engines are lazy. Well, better yet, search engines have a lot of data to process. The efficiency of how this data is collected is paramount. Resources like sitemaps are extremely helpful for crawlers as the necessary routes to the content are already provided. All the crawler has to do is scrape this content rather than going through the process of manually finding and scraping. Think of it as using a word list to find the files instead of randomly guessing their names. The easier a website is to crawl, the more optimized it is for the search engine. Okay, it's gonna be more optimized for the search engine. What is the typical file structure of a sitemap? Okay, we all know how it is like. It's very easy. Tell me what is the typical file structure of sitemap, and what real example of can sitemaps be compared to? What real life example? It's map, of course. And name the keyword for the part taken for content on a website. Name the keyword for the part taken for the content on a website. Yes, Louise, you're correct. It's gonna be XML, and it's gonna be map. Am I wrong? What real life example can sitemaps be compared to? I hope my net is working fine. And name the keyword. Okay, it's done. And name the keyword for the part taken for the content on a website. Keyword for path taken for content on a website. Tell me. It's root. Now, what is dorking? Okay, now we are here finally on the dorking part. Okay, this is pretty boring. Just give me a minute. Hello. Hello. My classes. Okay, here I can see this one is very, very boring. Okay, no, not completely. In start, it looked boring. The one I have in document is way better. So let's look for this one, then we will go for the document part. Yes, root. It was root. Okay, and we will go first with these one, then we will switch to the Google Docs I have got. Okay, so as we have previously discussed, let's leave it. Let's directly go like this American PSCH poster. I don't know what it is. So let's just look for some crazy words like American. Can I copy it somewhere? Okay, it's for psycho posters. If we put like it's trying to say if we put something wrong, even if we put something wrong, it will still give us the correct answers. Okay, it already made it psycho. It already create like corrected the word. And if we like we look for some site, we can simply put that and it will show us. It's very boring. Okay, now it's the interesting part, file type. Okay, now what I want, like for example, I put cybersecurity. Okay, and or cybersecurity notes for say. Let's take cybersecurity notes. Here you can see all the this one is in PDF format, but all the other part you can see there are barely anything in the PDF format. These are so many sites you can see over here in the search results. Okay, not every site has got the notes and everything. So what we can do, we can simply write here file type PDF for say PDF. I hit enter. Here you can see now here all the sites have got the PDF. Right, no matter how many pages I go to, all of these will contain the PDF, means all will have the notes on cybersecurity or something like that, right? But you will not find these notes of Whitewater cybersecurity. If you want them, you can take a paid mentorship from us, and we will provide you with all the certification notes and everything that you need. Now, this was notes. Next, we have cache. Okay, we can also put anything else. File. If I put something like audio for audio file, if I put MP3, okay, uh, it's not giving anything like MP3. I need to put some music, maybe music. Let's try it. Okay, it have most of the content with MP3, but as you know that the PDF is available on the site, but you cannot make a link for the MP3 downloads. Okay, you have to input that into a specific site only. So that's why it will not show extensions like these. But if you put like text files or something like that, that will work. Text files or PDF files, stuff like that will work. Let's close it. Let's close it. Next is your cache. If I put cache or I want cache, like it will provide me with the view Google's cached version of a specific URL. I put some kind of URL or some kind of website and I put cache. So it will provide me with the cache data. Okay, it can be very, very helpful in finding some cache data. Next is your in title. I want, like, for example, here you can see in the search results, this is your title, this is your content, this is your in text, okay, text, this is your title, and this over here is your URL. Okay, so what I can do, if I put in title, let's take something like psycho maybe. I hit enter. Here you can see all the titles will have the psycho word in it. All the titles will have it. Psycho, psycho, psycho. Here you can see it. Okay, if I put in text or something like what can I do? Maybe username. Let's take username. or password, for say password, index password. Here you can see uh, every every search result will have password in it. Okay, every search result will have in text password in it. Okay, no matter how many times I open, how many sites I open. And if I put in URL something like ID equal to, like something like ID equal to, first say let's take it ID. So every URL will have a word ID in it. Okay, here ID, ID, all the URLs will have it. So these were three very important ones. Next, in title, index of. If I put index of, and let's put it in double inverted commas, index of, and I'm gonna put any site here. Let's take, I don't know, maybe indeed.com. Let's put it here. Okay, so even for the site, we can put insight. Okay, insight means in this particular site, I want all the search results related to this particular site. So it's gonna show me all the sites, this one only. If I want to put, like I want all the sites of India, so just site, okay, not insight, now just site dot in. So all, okay, here, all the sites now here I will see will be Indian sites, dot in, dot in, dot in. All the sites will be Indian sites. Okay, why I'm telling you all this, why all these Google Docs are important, that we will see tomorrow. How we can use it for hacking, how it's very, very important, guys, to know about the Google Docking. No matter which web application hacking you're doing, either it is your SQL injection, XSS, anything, you'll need Google Docking in everything. Okay, to find these kind of vulnerabilities on the real websites, on the live websites, you need to know about the Google Docking part. It's very important. It's like a basic skill a attacker must know, an ethical hacker must know. Okay, let's continue this tomorrow. All this is done. There is nothing much. Okay, what would be the format used to query? Cite this one. Okay, let's do it tomorrow. We'll continue it tomorrow, and I will show you all my Google Docs as well that I have gathered for gathering the information on a target. Okay, for the log files, for the email listing, for the vulnerable web servers, for the you can see government documents, stuff like that. There are so many. Okay, this is my document. We'll see it tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow with the same Google Docking topic. Today we talked about trawlers and a lot of things that is needed to understand this Google Docking thing. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for your support, guys. Do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. There's so less likes today. Okay. And also, I wanted to say tomorrow we'll continue this. And yes, do try that Z Fisher tool from the last lecture. It's very easy to use. Okay. It's not a very big deal. And if you guys need mentorship, you can contact us on the number given in the description below, or you can register the form. The form link is also available in the description. Bye bye. You are most welcome, Louise Blue. Thank you so much. Bye bye.